Jody Mango, yeah! Okay, so now we will talk about how to be in God's will. This is based from the reading plan by Karen Jensen Salisbury. So, how can we be in God's will? Sometimes we are afraid to move forward, that we might be out of His will. But we should remember that in His Word, John 10:27, He says there that my sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. And in Luke 11:28, Jesus speaks here that blessed rather are those who hear the word of God and keep it. So it basically tells us one thing. That is to do what He told us to do. So what does it mean? Suppose God impressed upon your heart to go somewhere, but you don't. It may be a job, a career, or anything else. For example, He told you to go to that person, talk to him about something, but you did not. You insist on not going. Then you will be outside of God's will. We need to go and do what God impressed us, even if at times we do not want to. You might not know it, but it might save us from impending harm. One example of which was said by Jensen in his in her devotional. It says there that there were missionaries who were staying in a primitive African village, ministering to the natives there. One night, as the group was praying, several of the missionaries got a warning in their spirit that they should leave because danger was imminent. Most of the group agreed and they left, but there were several who said, "No, we have faith, we have authority over danger." Sadly, that night, some evil men raided. So it said, so we should follow God's will and do what He told us to do if He told us to leave or go somewhere. In Joshua 24:15, and if it is evil in your eyes to serve the Lord, choose this day whom you will serve, whether the gods your fathers served in the region beyond the river, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land you dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. This one is a different one from the previous example. It shows here the great faith of Joshua to serve and dwell with the Lord, even if the Amorites, they are a known strong enemy that time, will be against him, still push forward. So if you listen and do His will, He said in Psalms 32:8, I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my eye upon you. He will instruct us in our ways. He won't be led astray, and His eyes are on us. He continue to watch us. He's watching us. But we should be also mindful of another thing, and that is not to do what He told us not to do. There are times He told us not to stay or not to go somewhere, similar to what I said earlier, the example of the missionaries. It may be a relationship, a career, or similar stuff, but we kept on holding to our desires that we are blinded and suffer the consequences. Let us remember in Psalm 57:10, for your steadfast love is great to the heavens, your faithfulness to the clouds. He has steadfast love for us and has gratefulness. It's up more than the clouds, as I said here, but all of these won't be able to achieve it unless we adhere to God's words. It said in Matthew 7:29, for He was teaching them as one who had authority and not as their scribes. God has authority over all, and as such, you should follow His teaching, and surely you will be in His grace. So we should always remember that we can be in God's will if we will first listen and adhere to His teachings. From this, we can have more understanding in Him, and we will be able to do what He told us to do, and not do what He told us not to do.